Hey guys, it's Annie here, and tonight we are going to UOAP nights. It is Passholder Appreciation Days here at Universal Orlando, so tonight is one of these special nights where they're going to have some new food, some characters, some really cool stuff going on. So I'm taking you guys with me. Let's go check in. As soon as you check in, they give you your magnet. So this is exclusive to Passholder night. So this is not something you can pick up during the day. This is just for the Passholder nights. There are lots of different UOAP photo ops around the park.
Well, there he goes with his cane. Woody, I know you were so excited to have that thing on. Have a great night, you guys.
I wish I had a cake. I'm ready for spooky season too.
Are you doing the pause, Woody? Is that what you're doing? It's the pause. It's a meowsing.
Let's see this Halloween shirt with the purse. Yes, fashion everywhere. What's fashion? Doesn't matter.
Ready for your head to come up.
I'm just filming.
Oh. Boomerang. Oh no. No, why? We'll miss you. June. Did we get her name before she died?
There is some merchandise for Passholder nights. There's a UOAP hat. This is $25. And there is also a t-shirt with UOAP on the front. It's blacklight reactive, and this is $30. There are some free samples of limited edition Sprite Chill.
Thank you.
If you have a Universal Visa Rewards card, you can use an exclusive lounge here.
40 times. Does he know it, or are we trying to teach it to him?
Perfect squat, and 1, 2, 3. Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Now I want to give you guys just a few thoughts on Passholder nights this year. I went last year, I went this year. This year was so much better. I had a great time last year, but this year actually felt special. And it felt like there were a lot of experiences that aren't normally offered. I thought last year it was just kind of like the normal Islands of Adventure vibe. There was some different music, some DJs, some photo ops. There were a couple little giveaways and things like that. But it just didn't feel like much different than like a late night in the park. And I had a great time with my friends last year, so I'm not saying anything negative about last year. But after going this year, this is what, Passholder Appreciation nights should be. This was fantastic from the moment you arrived. You really felt like you mattered. And the check-in process was quick. You got the magnet right away. And the magnet was exclusive only during the event. So that was kind of a nice perk. There was like nothing exclusive last year at the event. So that was nice for people that are going. Obviously, if you're not going, you're probably disappointed you didn't get the magnet. And I'm sorry about that. So I just think that was a nice little gift for people that were there. But there were tons of character meet and greets. And during my uni update, I mentioned that this was going to be very character focused, and obviously it was. And I think that was great because there were a lot of things that you normally can't do. Obviously, we're pass holders. We come all the time. We ride all the rides. But meeting the skunk and the pig, and meeting Men in Black with the dog, and just like Woody and Winnie in their outfits and things like that, that's just like, that's not normal when you're going to the park. So that really made it feel, like I said, special. I felt like there was a lot to do. So the crowds were very spread out. And speaking of the crowds, I have to say I'm very happy that Universal decided not to do a standby line this year. Last year, they had a standby line outside, and then they started letting all pass holders in, even if you didn't have a reservation. And so this year, Universal made it very clear there was going to be no standby line. So the crowds were just, very quiet. They had the cinematic celebration. Wait, oh my gosh, did I just say that? Oh, I'm going to leave that in just so, because I can't believe I just said that. They had Cinesational. They had a performance of Cinesational during the Passholder night, which I thought was great. It also helped break up the crowds because there were people watching the show. So then some of the meet and greets were really quiet. They had Gru and the girls in front of the house. They had Gwen the Duck was there in front of Illumination. They had the Sing characters. There were so many characters. And then they had like the Paper Boys on stilts in New York and things like that. There were a lot of things that I didn't get to show you guys. They had free cupcakes. I'm disappointed I missed the free cupcakes, but I was waiting for the character meet and greets, and I missed the free cupcakes that were in front of Fallon, apparently. But there's a reason I missed them, and this is going to be the one little negative thing I'm going to say. A lot of us were told that the character meet and greets started at 7, which is when the event started. So a lot of us went to the certain areas and were waiting for characters, and then we were told that entertainment was going to come out after the park was clear of day guests. And that took a long time. We actually waited until almost 9 o'clock before the characters came out. So I had fun hanging out with people for 2 hours, but it was also very disappointing that they didn't start the event, like the actual activities of the event, until late, because like I said, a lot of the special things of the event were the characters. So when the characters came out like 2 hours after the event actually started, that was a little disappointing for a lot of people. So that was one of the negative things I will say. But other than that, like I really don't have, sorry, I do have one more negative thing to say. I'll try to, I don't try to like focus on the negative things, but there are things that could be improved on. And I'm hoping that, next year people leave feedback and it gets improved upon. And I even actually heard it was going to be improved tonight. Okay. So the thing is that a lot of people were told that the restaurants were going to be open. I was hungry and I had planned on eating at somewhere, and I was waiting, and the restaurants, they had originally were saying like, oh, the restaurants were closed because they didn't want day guests to go in so that they would reopen. And most of the restaurants never reopened. So a lot of people were complaining that there was no food. Louis was open. They had pizza fries, but the line was really long. So I guess that is the one thing that they didn't communicate, that these restaurants were supposed to be open. So I heard that they were actually going to be open for the second night. So I didn't obviously go to the second night. You can only go to one night. So I've heard that during the second night, those would be open. So if you were there, let me know if Mel's was open. I hope you avoided it, but just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Mel's. Anyway, so I had a fantastic time. I love that Universal does this. I love that it's very exclusive feeling. The character meet and greets were great. I can't say enough positive things. I really hope Universal continues to do it. I hope they do it again next year. This year they offered 2 dates rather than 1. Last year it was only 1. So I know more people got in this year because there were 2. So I suggest if you went, leave some feedback. If you had experiences with restaurants being closed or the characters not being out on time, you should, leave that in a survey somewhere for them, because they do read them and they do improve on these things. Other than that, I also say all the nice things. Say how much you love the characters. Say how much you love seeing Cabby back. Cabby was out. That's great. So also say nice things when you fill out the surveys, but fill out the surveys because it really helps all of us. Our experiences get better. I'm gonna stop just rambling. That's just how these videos go. Sorry. If you went to Passholder nights, please let me know what you thought. And I met some of you. Thank you so much for stopping and saying hi to me. And thank you for the bracelet. I loved it. So I will see you guys in the parks. Always stop me and say hello, please. I love chatting with you guys. And, happy Passholder appreciations. Bye.